What's the weirdest thing you've ever found hidden in your home? I decided to tackle the bathroom remodel myself. It was an old house, built in the 50s, and every project felt like peeling back layers of time. This time, it was the main bathroom, specifically the ancient built-in medicine cabinet that looked like it had seen every stain remover and hairspray known to man. It was recessed into the wall, a solid wooden box, and I figured prying it out would be a straightforward job. Famous last words, right? I started carefully, scoring the paint around the edges, then using a pry bar. The old wood groaned, and then with a final pop, it came free. But it wasn't just plaster and studs behind it. There was a small, dusty cavity, not much bigger than a shoebox, neatly cut into the lath and plaster. My first thought was money, or old letters, or maybe even a Prohibition-era whiskey stash. My heart did that little flutter it does when you think you've stumbled onto something truly exciting. I reached in, my fingers brushing against something smooth and cool. I pulled out a small glass jar. It was the kind you'd keep jam in, but this one was full. Not of jam, though. It was absolutely packed with bottle caps. And not just any bottle caps. They were all from a single obscure brand of orange soda that I hadn't seen on shelves since I was a kid in the late 80s. Every single cap was pristine, cleaned, and on the underside of each one, a tiny, neat date was written in permanent marker. The dates spanned decades, starting in the early 60s and ending abruptly in the late 80s, just before the company went out of business. There were hundreds of them, meticulously organized by date inside the jar. It wasn't treasure, and it wasn't a spooky secret. It was just a profoundly bizarre collection, hidden away by someone who must have lived here before me. A secret hobby kept literally within the walls of their home. It made me pause, hammer in hand, and wonder about the quiet, strange lives people lived, the odd passions they pursued in the privacy of their own four walls. My house didn't hide a ghost. It hid a dedicated secret bottle cap enthusiast. It wasn't what I expected at all, and it made me look at the old house with an entirely new, slightly bewildered respect. The thought of this person carefully collecting and dating each cap, then sealing them away, was just incredibly human and deeply weird.